thanks. You join us, just checking everything. All right. Started up late tonight. This is Delusional Thinking with Ivan Teller. So those that think that the Georgia Guidestones destroyed, that the good guys are winning and all that, but yeah, I doubt it. I think these things are going stealth, unfortunately. I don't know where things are going. It's not clear, but we're in for some bizarreness, that's for sure. So, with the Georgia Guidestones being destroyed, I mean, the whole thing is very strange. I mean, just it was an energy weapon. It's like a million different conspiracy theories connected to it. So, I don't know if you can see the cats there. I don't know if you can see her over there. Yeah, she's there somewhere. You can't see her. Nobody can see you. Oh, there you go. Have a new setup. See if this works. Oh, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see where this all. I think we're just in the beginning of bizarreness. We're just getting started here. The CERN, I still feel like the CERN is connected to us in some form or another. So we're just seeing the start of all this. But there's talk about like CERN's not doing anything and the good guys are winning and all of that. But first off, are we going to see any results of that? Probably not. Now, whatever is in the pipeline, it's not easy to tap into, but it's being implemented, whatever it is. And if the Guidestones disappear like that, so it also means a new contract. So at least, like I said, at least that was public. Now it's going on. Now it's not public anymore, which can make things even more difficult for whatever is on the pipeline. So either way, some get pulled into this whole white hat thing. Probably a little bit too much, but whatever works for you. Some might figure it out. I mean, some are pulled into religions. I mean, some people think that God, Jesus is coming back. So, I mean, where do we still believe that? So it's still the same crowd there. It's just different. And also, Elon Musk energy of, he's kind of all over the headlines. So it's like, trying to populate the planet and everything. He's doing a lousy job. He's doing that. I mean, 9 kids. Don't you need like 30 of them? Maybe 40? If he has 100, that's showing some progress. But 9, that's not going to do anything. That's just a blip that's nothing. So, only thing I'm going to be populating is a insane asylum. It'll probably be a insane asylum with my name on it somewhere if I'm lucky. So, so Elon Musk energy, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of AI energies obviously there. A lot of Zeta energies there. I mean, this whole Neuralink, they're going to put stuff in your brain or for certain people. And I imagine there is some benefits with those that need it, but most people don't need it. But it is like the rise of the machines. Not to put fear into that, but it is showing like we're even where robotics is going to go in the future. But everything here is going to happen very slowly. Very slowly. And also connected to your 3000. Some reason those are kind of interesting for some people. That's cool. So I haven't done one of those in a long time. Somebody's here. So year 3000, what's happened today? Get their perspective. So Georgia Guidestone energy, we kind of tap into that to a certain level of seeing where else we can go with that. But yeah, it's definitely all rituals. It's all just, man, this month is it's really kicking into gear, isn't it? It's an election year, so it's going to be strange. So just have to roll with it. Yeah, it's not going to be easy to predict this one, it seems. And the White House winning. I mean, there are white hats here. Yes, you have. There's not going to be any food shortages as they've been pushing, and the gas prices obviously can't stop everything. But so there is a white hat energy there. But to end all of this is somebody's back there. I think that's Fritzy. Yeah, that's Fritzy. Yeah, so we're changing things around a little bit. Yeah, they don't seem too interested in the trees anymore, so I put a table there. I'm still playing with that. So let's see. Let's have some kind of activity back there. I guess they got bored of the others. So as I was out of comment private sessions. Got a schedule, we got the shop. I'm in the middle of June somewhere. Same situation here. We have webinar, whatever that is, next week. Social networking behind the scenes. Yeah, we're here a little bit late. Might as well. I wasn't going to do this, but let's do it anyway. So this is kind of a Zeta energy. There she is, a blowtorch. Because it was selling blowtorches. I thought that was funny. It's like, so that's who's using them. But she has like some Zeta energy there, and I mean it's like a future, future robotics and all that type of situation. Of course, the Neuralink. I mean, it's kind of giving you an idea of what machine. Not that she's a machine, but those that work on it. I see some of her interview, her meanings. All it's like a futurist type of energy there, so it's interesting there. Is any of that matter? I'm not sure if any of that matters, but either way, okay. Yeah, I come up with something better for the background, but I'm playing around with some little by little. So yeah, it's a late start. It's now tomorrow. Yeah, for reasons. Yeah, I might start at 1 o'clock in the morning soon. The way things have been going recently. So Georgia Guidestones energy are going to. I feel like an Arcturian energy. If it happens that Elon Musk, maybe I don't really want to get too deep into his energy, or maybe a higher self, at least a version. Maybe that. I think I mentioned that it's here. I did see him like a president in Mars and things like that. I think I mentioned that here a while back. At one time, and when you have like a good experience of somewhere, you want to go back to it. But I can see they're trying to go back to Mars. I can see the whole thing just falling apart if they ever get that far. Yeah, just an early grave. I guess when he has all that child support he has to pay, maybe he will go to Mars after all. So I can't pay that. I have to go to Mars. How convenient. And his kids will go there to find his remains. His great grandkids. So, okay, all right. Okay, we're going to, I feel our Arcturian energy, and we'll move on from that. I did feel Zeta's energy, but I don't want to scare people away. Not yet, at least. Okay, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you, Arcturians. Blessings. Yes, with your Georgia Guidestone energy, yes, you can say there's a timeline change. Basically, it does not need to be part of your reality. It does not mean it's not working behind the scenes. There's still agendas connected to it, but you say there's new agendas that have been added to it. You can say, yes, they're worse, but not to put fear out there, just to continue to do what you do in your life, but yes, there's a lot of changes coming to the world, basically. You can say that there is new agendas that they don't wish to make known to you. And yes, you can say there is a fight within the elites. Currently, this was kind of unexpected, technically, to start a news cycle. Of course, the conspiracy theories are all over each other at this point. But the CERN technology, yes, is very much part of future technology. This is also connected to time traveling frequencies. Some of you might even remember time traveling lifetimes where you've been connected. Technology is somewhat similar to that. But what you're going into is a new awakening. Basically, the Earth is being shifted to a new frequency, so new timelines can form. So you can say that Georgia Guidestones is kind of blocking timelines, and now it's been removed. Of course, CERN is now adding new timelines. It's still doing it, and will continue to do so for a while. So expect and realize these certain timelines take a while to take effect. It might take a couple of years, some take somewhere sooner than later, but realize the timing of it is a little strange. Yeah, it's phantom energy. It's not supposed to make a whole lot of sense. Go live your life as you normally do, and if you do tap into these tap into this, most aren't going to really understand it anyway. Well, because they're living their lives. They don't have time for all this. I mean, who has the time to? And you can't prove it on a physical level, but you're going to live it. Or your lives are going to be changed because of all of this. At least what CERN is doing. Ignore the Guidestones not so much, but it is adding a lot of mystery, and it's another part of the awakening. You could say there's another part of disclosure occurring that the elites don't normally show themselves, but when they do, it is kind of a big deal. Of course, 9/11 was a version of that also. It is showing what kind of power they have here. And even some of the Afghan war is kind of like that also, how strangely that occurred. Washington, D.C. is pretty much protected, as you can see, at least the elites there. There's a lot of Anunnaki frequency around that. Basically, they're the ones that run your timelines. At least a lot of timeline knowledge gets downloaded into Washington. It's creating bills and things like that. And of course, most people aren't paying attention to it. And there's a lot of time travelers that do roam around your politicians all the time. Of course, who has time for that one? And you're not going to really see much difference either. But as you evolve as a species, as you go more fourth and fifth dimension, you'll start to see that it's going to be very surreal. You connect to a time traveler energy, that's going to be just first off, it's going to be hard to believe it. But of course, if you're already opening up your frequencies, and that's what this is about, most of society is just going to live what they normally do. But more intuitives are going to get stronger and see even portals open where time travelers even enter into your reality and the portal closes. So this is and also alien energies too. Some of them will be seen, as some of you are already seeing them already, so that will increase also. Well, as the world becomes more strange, it's going to connect more to technologies eventually. There is a timeline for more advanced technologies that hasn't fully been implemented on your planet just yet. It's in the works, but as your technology gets more advanced, even your intuitives get more advanced also. So it's another reason why they have not allowed more advanced technology. You have your electric cars, that's kind of advanced, but not as advanced as it could be. Yeah, hover cars, flying cars. Not that you're going to get to there that quickly, but once again, as technology increases, your abilities increase too. For those of you that are ready for that, are adapted to that frequency. So, but yeah, the Georgia Guidestone frequency. Unfortunately, some of you might see that in your dreams. You might see it altered. It's altered in other timelines, and it does still exist in other realities that's still affecting yours. And even understanding humans on other planets, some of you might even get downloads of that. And that's going to be a little bit strange also. Well, you feel like there's other humans on other worlds that some are not aware of you and some worlds that are aware of you. So just because you the blinds have been closed around your planet. It doesn't mean there's not human life on other worlds. It's just not telling you for obvious reasons. But once again, as you start evolving, you'll actually feel the experience within yourself. It won't be just an intuitive energy. You'll actually feel it. Now, if you believe it or not, it's another story. But this is the future going into, and also future technologies. I feel like some of you will start to get some kind of download of what's to come. Not to put the fear energy in there. Yes, the Neuralink isn't helping, but obviously they want to get into your brains. So of course they're going to make something like that. They can make technologies to improve your food quality and preservation of your food and also help with human health. But obviously they're not going to do that one, are they? And why should they? Well, they don't want people to get too comfortable here, you can say. Because the war is still going. So when humans, so if you want to know when the good guys are winning and everything, humanity basically will get healthier. And even your skin colors might start changing. You might start blinking or something, literally. Yes, blue children will be born here one day, and that doesn't mean that they're sick. It just means the energy that they're bringing in. So, greetings. This is Elon Musk, higher self. We say version of it. Obviously, now we're not trying to troll him, but he has kind of self-obsessed and narcissist energy at a certain level. Yes, once you build great different technologies, wants to be more advanced than he is currently. There's a lot of nervousness of self-control that's not obviously working, but obviously there's only so much we can go into details of this. Uh, you'd be surprised. One, yeah, is afraid of himself, like what he's capable of, who's controlling his energy field, which is money. Yeah, the hierarchies are playing a big role in why he's so famous. They're liking what he does, so they give him more fame. It's causing more distractions here. Here's more fame. So yeah, it's kind of like the technology spokesperson, sometimes a clown, but usually it's the spokesperson. But it doesn't mean that technologies are going to go anywhere. It's more like buying time. It's going to show your world. Yes, it might be fancy, but there's still a lot more advancements that can be made, but have been paused. Now, there's technologies there that I believe some of you can just pick up intuitively, that there's a lot being hidden from you that can be made public, and it's true. But they're using him to buy time. They don't want all this to be unraveled in front of you, just for reasons. Why? There's like a responsibility with technology that those that want to bring it in don't really think they have it just yet, the maturity to handle it. Society can adapt as they've always adapted. You went from no phone to a phone to a handheld device. We do feel like computers and cars will become more a part of your society. Computers in the home, like built into your walls, become more part of your society also, where you just, yeah, instead of buying a computer, it comes with the home itself. Doesn't mean it'll be hacked or anything like that, but you're kind of seeing a version of it. You're not seeing the full implement of it. Well, it's just that it's your smart home comes with a smart computer, and it goes much more further into that. Yes, basically your home will take care of your child, which is a little strange for most, obviously. Well, at least for temperatures, music, temperature in the room, music. Doesn't mean it's going to be changing, taking care of the child, but just the environment itself, even changing the wallpaper to make it look nice and help the child sleep. So there's little details there of what your future homes will. for a computer home, obviously the mind isn't quite there yet for it. The imagination quite is not there. How can they market it and all of that? So it hasn't quite sunk into your society, but most likely be part of reality. And eventually you'll change the structure of your homes also where it's not so claustrophobic and shut down, but more open and higher dimensional. Of course, you have to have funds for that, but it's funny though, like a house, a place that we live would kind of be like fruit. It'd be just very organic. It might even look like an apple or an orange or something like it's where you're getting your inspiration from. If it looks like fruit or even a tree, it has a different frequency about it. If you just have like a box house, what is that exactly? I mean, yes, you can make it good, but it still has a control mechanism connected to it. But if you're connected to trees and your house is like a banana or something, it just brings a new dynamic to it. It might not look exactly like a banana, but it has like that a banana type of shape and things like that. It doesn't have all the details, but it's just to give you an idea of rebuilding society, especially when you're connected to your home. Your home becomes you, and it's happening now, but it'd be a level where your home is talking to you, not through a machine, but just through the consciousness. Some of you are experiencing that already. So, as for Elon Musk and all this, it basically think of him as bumper cars and actually slowing things down when it can actually be sped up. So at least it's showing you that technology does exist, and yes, they might be talking about it, and there might be some direction they can go, but much is corporations are told not to advance too quickly or at all, for that matter. Uh, just the agendas keep you at a physical level, but that would change over time. But Elon Musk frequency, it's just there to show, look, there's a mind out there that thinks differently. But of course, many of you are accessing that yourselves. Not everybody's meant to have that type of mind, but some of you can know you've had at least a lifetime like that. Maybe not exactly like that, of course, not with all the propaganda connected to it, which is much. Well, it basically is like a walking billboard, as you can see. A billboard that tweets, that talks to you, and there is good there, but obviously there's other sides to it. Agendas, as you can see. So, lessons. Brings you your energies from future, the year 3000, actually from the year 4000, but we'll just say from the year 3000. 3000 is not the best year for you. 4000, at least you come out of a lot of your tests. Still, humans still have a long ways to go. But you're trusting more of your abilities. Now, certain technology is interesting because it's going to be more across your world. Maybe not exactly how it is. Yes, CERN in your toaster. Oh, basically, quantum computing, quantum connect technology. Basically, your toaster has a consciousness. It has AI implemented into it, and it can basically talk to you. And you still have rules and everything. It's kind of like a child. You tell it what to do. But your planet is awakening to these abilities, but the CERN technology, yes, has been cut down extremely well. It could be at the full force, but it's not intended to be that way. It can control minds. It can put you on other planets, basically, the whole society. Obviously, it's not doing that. It's so advanced, it's difficult for people to actually tap into what it's doing, at least on a physical level. You can't channel the energies. It doesn't have human interest written over it. No. It's more about, at least the scientists in general don't really care about humanity. I might say they do, but they only care about their own scientific discoveries and also fame. So you can look into that. Yes, there are celebrity scientists that maybe not most of you know aware of, But that's one of the reasons. Well, the CERN energy is to show the elites how much power they have here, and even its limits, because they knew they were going to get stopped, but they built it anyway. So, and not that it'll ever be allowed to be at full capacity and really cause some difficulties here. I mean, if there's a major change on this world, most aren't going to notice it. Some of you with Mandela energy, which is allowed because you need some kind of awareness of what's happening here. You can't just build this thing and just not use it. They're going to use it for all kinds of things. Doesn't mean it'll be at its full capacity, no. But it is allowed to do certain things here, even stop a war. So many people feel like it's there to start a war, but it can also be there to stop it. And a lot of that has to do with it. So there is positive energy that can be put into it. Yes, we don't have the timeline of starvation where it all depends if humanity wants to evolve, which that is increasing. Yes, take in the strange, the bizarre. Some are still having difficulties with that. Some of you have had worlds where the elephant man exists. Literally, people that look like elephant, not exactly joyous looking beings. Mutations in that, especially the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans are on several worlds at this time, and they brought their technologies, their knowledge to other realities, and you'll start to open your world up eventually, where you can be able to telepathically connect to other beings. Of course, you won't. There's a possibility of you actually getting a physical contact, meaning like the beings can actually talk. It's like you actually feel like there's a being in front of you telling you this. I'm from another world or another version of Earth. That is always a possibility of that. Of course, the society can adapt to this type of thinking. It might be afraid, but then again, it would always like something new, and it knows there's more going on than this reality. So more curiosity will, bring a fire to society and its evolution. So just basically just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually just be yourself, and humanity will decide what's best for it, even if it's always. I mean, sometimes the more radical, the better. Not necessarily in a negative way, but in a way of basically connecting more to yourself. Some people have had incarnations as monsters, creatures. Obviously, I mean, they could be nice monsters, but they're not used to this human form. And a lot of you have been energy beings too, where being in a body is like torture. It's like, and now you have to scratch your nose, scratch your hair. It's like, I don't normally have to do this on the world I came from. I just fly. I can go anywhere I want. I don't have a human body to deal with. I don't have arms. I'm just energy, and I just flow everywhere. But here is a test for energy beings too. How to have hands, fingers, all of this. I mean, that's right there is trauma for many beings. I believe some of you can connect to that. So Georgia Guidestone energy. So those of you that aren't used to being human, obviously here to keep a war from occurring with World War III. So there might be talks of they would have had World War IV by now, or five, most likely World War IV. The beings that are controlling the society. So why many of you came here to incarnate a human body and just complain about it for the next 30 years? But, well, not to talk down on that, just being in a body is very difficult, as some of you probably know. But you're needed here, and you can handle the Earth's environment, which is quite saying a lot. And those that don't believe in all this, they say, yeah, I remember not being in a human body. Well, I can see something else other than this. And that is your disclosure. That is your awakening. That is a version of it. And they can miss that too. You just had an alien disclosure about yourself, and then you forgot about it and moved on to something else.